I've seen quite a bit of content on the internet in regards to this sound, this almighty Radiohead, everything in its right place sound, that many people have fallen in love with, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a very, very special synth sound, and I think the interesting quality about this sound is the fact that it sounds very familiar, and at the same time sounds somewhat alien. I mean, if you listen to it very closely, there's some abnormalities that really give it its special character. And those abnormalities I often see missed in all of the videos online where people go ahead and recreate this sound. So, to get to the main idea, to get to the main point, how do you recreate this sound? First of all, you have to consider which synthesizer was used for the original, which was a Prophet 5 synthesizer. Now, I don't have the actual hardware synthesizer here because it's very expensive and not all that necessary in the digital plugin age, although there are some subtle differences in characteristics that the plugins, they don't get it completely right. So let's begin straight away. I mean, this is the Arturia Prophet 5 emulation. The interesting thing with the Arturia emulation is that it does get quite close, although if you want to get the closest possible recreation of the Prophet 5, I would actually recommend the Yuhi Repro plugin, which is, I feel like, quite a bit more accurate in certain aspects. So those are the settings right here, you can look at them. Those are the settings for the patch, for the everything in its right place patch. And yeah, just note, this is not absolutely perfect. There's still some things with it that I'm not quite happy with. Although I've fiddled around with those knobs for a very long time now, and I think this is the closest I can really get it. The secret is, what many people miss, is that the master tune, the tuning of the synthesizer, is actually tuned down quite a significant amount. I tune it to 435 Hz, which is really something that adds to the whole alien nature of the sound. If you play it back at 440, it's really quite a different quality and doesn't sound like the original, but as soon as you bump it down to 435 Hz, it really gives it that character. Another thing is really the click at the beginning of the note. You really get that organ-like click, which actually, a funny thing, if you listen to the original version, it doesn't always occur, the click. It sort of varies. Sometimes it happens, some other times it doesn't. With the emulation, it pretty much happens all the time. There's no variance in the click. Yeah, just something to look out for. Yeah, what else? It's almost, I mean, it's quite a simple sound, really. The thing that makes it special is all of the subtleties, in my opinion. Like, for example, the processing of the sound, which I've just modeled with this 1176 clone compressor by Arturia. Yeah, one thing you'll notice when you listen to the original, that it's quite heavily compressed. There are still transients, but you will hear the rest of the synth really ring out and be quite boosted in volume, almost to an unnatural degree. This is something I really hear in the original, just the fact that it's very compressed. So yeah, those are some pretty basic settings. I increased the output volume quite a bit, and there's a fair bit of compression going on. Quite fast attack, not too fast in order to not destroy the transient, and yeah, a reasonably slow release to have the compression release all the way into the next transient. This is the Everything in its Right Place sound. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please join me for my next one, if I ever make a next one, I'm not sure. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, happy experimenting.